I'm going to host this, Andrew, so my role is to not out-tip you.
That's never been an issue for me.
Never. Okay, well, we'll see how we go. Coastal Boys are back for another episode. This episode, ladies and gentlemen, is not brought to you by Halls because Andrew is still coughing relentlessly. I have to be honest.
Second round of antibiotics. Doctors are getting rich. I feel I'm much better, but just a lot of coughing and spluttering.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
And Andrew, the proctologist, what's he saying?
I enjoyed it so much. I said I went for a second review. What can I
For
say?
a second opinion. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a slight variance to the show today. We're undergoing some changes in-house, and we can do a very short and sweet episode today. I'm going to host this, Andrew, so my role is to not out-tip you.
That's never been an issue for me.
Never. Okay, well, we'll see how we go. Andrew, you're telling me off air that your best bet comes on in the first race of the day at Fairview, where at soccershop.bet this week, Rush Green is 9-10, 3-1 Silver Streaker, 33-10 Redbirds, Run Johnny Run 11-4, 16-1 and better the rest. Get stuck into Andrew's best bet. What is it?
Rush Green, Alan Greff, Richard Ferry on board. There was evens earlier in the week. There has been money for another horse in the race, which I'll get to. Rush Green ran second on debut, coming from an impossible position behind a horse called Eugenius. They beat the third and fourth horses by 5 lengths. Stepping up 200 meters, I think will be ideal for Rush Green. And I can't see Alan Greff and Richard Ferry missing in the first. Of the others in the market, here we go, guys. Silver Streaker was 8-1 midweek, is now 7-2, 33-10 on some boards. There's been a ton of money for this horse. Was tipped on debut by Paddock. He did shorten from 10s into 10s and ran a credible third. I think for me, we'll have to step up a lot. I thought the main danger and the only danger would be number 7, Red Birch. Also, 2 starts, improved in every start. Was running on last time. Craig Zaki on board for Dean Smith. I think that'll be the horse that'll be chasing us home. I wasn't sold on Run Johnny Run. I think it McKay Michelle's first time at Fairview, and for the Kelly Mitchell yard, I see she has some really decent rides on the day, horses that are quite short in the bidding. So let's hope she can make her trip worthwhile. But for me, it's all about Rush Green. I know it is odds on. It was even money and bigger earlier in the week. No scratchings to date. We're on the poly again in Fairview. Please take note, there are quite a lot of scratchings. So before you take bets, either doubles, trebles, or straight bets, or tote even, just make sure you look at the publications for the non-runners. And let's kick off with a favourite in the first, get our banks built, and that's how I see the race.
Thanks, Andrew. And with the switch to the poly out of Stallgate 1, I would think that would be a big plus for your selection.
He was so away last start, and he should come on. He was backed in that day from 8-1 into 4-1. Eugenius was backed in that day from 6-1 to just under 2-1, I believe. We did like Eugenius on the day, so we had a winner that day. With natural improvement, I thought Alan Greff was going to have a blank last week, but he closed the meeting with 2 winners. Let's see how we can start the meeting with a winner on Friday.
Perfect. Right. We move on to Andrew, where on soccershop.bet, Roman Agent is 19-10, 33-10, Lotus Silk. A bit of money for Black Egret into 5-1, 7.5-1 Imaginable, 7.5-1 Tripping Thunder, 10-1 and better the rest. And how did you see this race for your ever-growing legion of followers?
On board, everybody. We only try and tell you what we fancy. It's all about opinions. Some of us, and we do clash often. When I was doing the show with Hilton, he'd like something, I wouldn't like it. It might have even been the price. But this is a game of opinions, and let's hope we walk right than wrong. We over the sprint trip of 1,200 meters. It is a worthy favourite, Roman Agent. But it has taken a few runs for this horse not to win. I mean, he's an ATM since being in Quebec. He hasn't missed the place. He's never won on the poly. So that's a slight little negative for me at 2-1. I wasn't sure if the 1200 was the correct distance, but speaking to someone that pointed out to me, but that was a cracking round behind Anushka's Whirl. He does get slow away, and being drawn 1 with Mikhail Michel on board, I'm not sure it's the most positive thing. The second favourite, Lotus Silk, done nothing wrong. Another horse that comes from well off the pace, whereas the favourite is drawn well. Lotus Silk is drawn badly, drawn 9, Stallgate 9. Richard won well on him last start, beating Forest Spy. On the weights, they are quite close together on a few runs. I think the race will be set up by Tintamare from the Dean Smith yard. He doesn't look the first pick in the Dean Smith. I think he's got a trio in the race. Let me just confirm that.
4.
He's got a quad. He's got 4 horses in the race. I think the race will be set up by Tintamare for the horse that I like. Each way. I'm going number 5, Imaginable. Craig Zaki on board. He's drawn Stallgate 2. I'm going to forgive his last bad start. He ran half a length behind Black Egret. He's in receipt of 1.5 kilos, and Black Egret was behind him. Black Egret was very similar price to him in the betting, so we can take that one out of the reckoning. You said it shortened from H to 5, Black Egret. I wasn't sold on Black Egret either. Drawn 11. Money went down last time, and it beat Champanel. I think they might struggle this run, drawn 11. Not for me. As I said, Imaginable, been knocking at the door, flies late. I think Tintamare, stable companion, will set this race up for them. He'll be flying at the finish, and we'll be looking for those orange colours who've had quite a few winners of late. I think they had a double or a treble yesterday at Durban. And and that's me. Craig Zaki drawn
Nice
2.
price there, Andrew. 15 to 2.
Yeah.
7.5 to 1.
Yeah, no. He's one of those horses, like I think you said, something very similar to with the Gerald Sadler horse, Olivia's Way at the weekend. He either wins or doesn't run it.
I won't back it to win, but I'll bank it. Yeah.
But I think this one's more consistent. I mean, he's got 2 wins and a place from 5 starts over course and distance. And I just think a little bit of a jockey strike, Craig Zaki, rather than Uze Ramsden. Nothing wrong with Uze Ramsden, but I just think Craig's riding the crest of the wave. And a nice price, 8 to 1. Can't get hurt.
Right, and then we close off your selections in race 8. This is a MR66 over 1,900 meters. I have to say, it takes a brave man to go in a MR66, but let's go 3 to 1 on soccershop.bet. Blackberry Breeze, 5 to 1 Darling Girl, 6 to 1 Garden Sun, 8 to 1 Sun Spectacular, San Quintin 9 to 1, 12 to 1 and better the rest. I'm going to just put it out there, Andrew. I won't do another show with you unless whatever you found here is double digits, because this looks impossible.
I agree with you. It is a tough race. Hence, I found something just double digits on certain places. I think you said 8 to 1. Let's go through a couple of the runners in the market. Blackberry Breeze, relocated, done all right in PE for Dean Smith, drawn 15. My issue in this race, that a couple of the fancy horses are not badly drawn. They are very badly drawn. Horses in the race, horses in the market are drawn in the car park, as to say, over 1,900 meters. And I think even though Blackberry Breeze has been an ATM since coming to PE, there and thereabouts, the drop-in trip, I'm not quite sure, has placed 4 times from 6 runs on the poly, deserves to be favourite, but doesn't deserve to be drawn 15. He will come down because there are quite a few scratchings in the race. Next in the market is Darling Girl, change of headgear, Babu Sudu on board. You'd think that Jacques Stradom, I'm not sure, maybe using the apprentice to claim a bit of weight, but he's also drawn, let's just get down there.
Drawn 3.
Drawn 3. We'll try and probably use his weight He won over 2,000 on the poly last start. Was a decent run behind Lana, beating Lana View, but we'll have to frank that form. Of the others, Sun Spectacular drawn 1, might use the draw to his advantage. Garden Sun, Calvin Habib on board. I wasn't sold on Garden Sun. I prefer Darling Girl, again, because of the draw. But the horse that I've found at a double figure price in a very difficult race is number 10 from an unfashionable trainer, San Quintin from the Cactus Yard. We are still waiting for a jockey. I haven't seen the changes yet. Jason Gates, I believe, is not riding. So he has replaced, some of them have replacements. We are still waiting for a replacement for number 10, San Quintin. Has improved beyond recognition the last 3 runs. Half a length behind Home Impatient, who came back out to win. Beat Garden Sun, who's in the race, and on weights has every squeak. Ran at the weekend, ran on the 8th of June, ran a cracking race behind Makachev, finished 3 legs behind third. Has won over course and distance, placed over course and distance. 3 of his 5 wins have come at the course. Cactus Yards has been a bit quiet, but they seem to be there and thereabouts. And at 10-1, hopefully probably drift, beat an unfashionable stable. I think expecting a positive run, and that's how I see the race. I think it's a tough race. Go for value, go for horses that are in form, and that would be me.
Perfect. Short and sweet today. As I said, not brought to you by Halls. For the viewers out there that are still watching right till the end, have you got an opinion for the World Cup?
I spoke to a friend of mine who follows football. He reckons that Spain is the value. I know they are favourites, but he says they've got, if they win their group, they almost certain to get into the semis. I'm a decent football watcher. I prefer to watch racing. Really looking forward to next week. It's Royal Ascot. We might try and throw in a few Royal Ascot, try and put up some posts for Royal Ascot if we can, a few of the fancies, even if it's just on Instagram or TikTok, or as long as you follow the Coastal Boys, we'll try and get that out for you. A cracking race meeting next week. They've had quite a lot of rain in England. Let's hope it dries up a little. And you, what do you fancy for the World Cup?
I think it's between France and Brazil, but dare I say it, if Tuchel's got the balance of the team right, we could see another Greek situation, another Greek tragedy, where England play appalling football and make it through to the final.
That'll be good for England. I mean, 1966. But tired of watching those videos. And
Yeah,
those
we are. Andrew, thanks for that. Big announcement coming for the Coastal Boys soon. Was good to host and not have to give my opinion and always be the shining light in the studio.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. We'll chat soon.